Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 4 video. We're back on the Fife Circle line, although technically at the moment we're actually on the Scottish East Coast main line, which just as we sort of run down the whole way, but slash the Fife Circle line as well. So yeah, we're going to be taking this service, Kirkcaldy, down to Edinburgh Waverly. So we're at Mark Inch at the moment. Let's get the train set up. Get these on actually. Go, get you on, and we'll get you on. Let's set that to neutral, and we shall get the doors shut. Doors shut, doors open. Yeah, doors open. And go off. Hang on. No, that one goes on. That one goes off. Yeah, no. That one. There, we don't need that one. Let's quickly double check that. Yeah, we're all good. But yeah, I'm in the Fife Circle. Let me turn down. I'm in the Fife Circle mood. And I believe this will be on the Dovetail Games summer event. There's tons of sales, tons of events going on. So happy to be back on. And yeah, so thanks to Dovetail Games. However, we are showing off a Rivet Games product on this occasion. Being at the Fife Circle line, which released. Is that a golden a golden lift? Is that like a special one, or it's all golden? That's all goldy to it. Maybe it's like the sunlight on it. I don't know. It's like a golden lift. It's a special lift. Maybe not that. Maybe not that entrance. Yeah, I'm in the Scottish mood. As quite recently, I went to Edinburgh and travelled on a 170, ScotRail 170. So I'm in that mood for doing Scottish stuff. Right, we're going to be calling out Kirkcaldy, Kinghorn, Burntisland, Aberdour, Dalgety Bay, Inverkeithing, Edinburgh Gateway, Haymarket, and Waverly in about, well, just under an hour's time. Let's get the doors shut. And we shall then get going. And we will be playing HUDless, as we tend to do on my showcases. Well, I think I'm probably the only one who does it, but it just showcases the game in a different way, and I suppose a more realistic way, which a lot of people do like. So let's go. A little tiny brake test. Just a little insty one. That'll do. That'll do. And let's go. So yeah, Kirkcaldy is the next stop, which is actually a little way away. There's quite sort of a big gap between here and Kirkcaldy. And we count as a HST, so we get to go up to 80 miles per hour. There we go. In our 170. I'm trying to think if we've forgotten anything, but I think we've done everything we need to. Still 80 for us. Hopefully audio levels are all good. Let's do that, a bit of that as well. Yeah, I think we're all good. So yeah, Fife Circle line, a little brief. If you guys have not seen it before, if you're watching on Steam, I know there's always 2,000, 3,000 people watching. Fife Circle line, Edinburgh Waverly. Well, let me show you the map actually. Yeah, it's Edinburgh Waverly's down here, and then you've got this big loop. So Edinburgh, and there's a big loop. Mark Inch up there, and yeah, and more to come soon as well with the Leavenmouth rail link, which is Cameron Bridge and Leven. So at some point that will be coming on this route as well. So that'll be cool. I feel like we missed the speedboard. I don't think we did. Well, I think I'm pretty certain there's a 60 if you're going the other way. But this way I think it's still 80 the whole way. Hopefully, fingers crossed. There we go. But yeah, hopefully, can we make this summer sales event the biggest event, you know, there has been so far. Yeah, there's the what's this, Thornton Junction? This is, I think, coming up here. And yeah, I think that's the branch line there off to Leven, or Cameron Bridge and Leven. Now it has been, I must admit, a little while since I've driven this route, so you will have to sort of bear with me if I'm going a bit slower than usual, or you know, being slightly more cautious. It's been a while, right? It's been a while. Track joint sounds quite nice. So that's the other loop joining us, or the other side of the loop. So that's the one which has Glen Rothes with Thornton. Oh, what other stations are on there? Cardenden, something like that. Logelly, I think that's on there. Cowdenbeath or Cowdenbeath. Dunfermline, Queen Margaret. Dunfermline City, Rosyth, and then it then joins back up at Inverkeithing. It's quite a cool route in that sense. I mean, there's no services which do the full loop, which is a bit of a shame. Well, tell a lie. There's no ScotRail services which do the full loop. It's a really weird, just the way they do it. But there are a couple of rail tour services which do the full loop. So you can do the full loop, just not in the 170. Alright, trying to remember what I'm sort of looking out for Kirkcaldy. I think there's a 60 mile per hour limit for it, and that's on like a right hand corner. That's all I can really remember. And we go past the factory as well. I think that's for Kirkcaldy. It's a fairly quick route. It's not slow by any means. I mean, yeah, this is sort of the main line down the east coast of Scotland. Right, I'm going to start coming down to 60 now. Is it on this corner? No, still 80 for us. I'm pretty certain it does drop down soon for us as well. Or relatively soon. I think about 70. This is the fun thing about playing Huddless. You know, if you don't know a route, you know, really well, it's quite fun sort of not guessing, but I don't know. What's adventurous, boom. Right, I'll come down to 60 now, as I'm pretty certain it does drop down for us. HST drops down for us relatively soon. And after that, we're not too far off Kirkcaldy. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Not Kirkcaldy, as I originally called it, and everyone had their pitchforks out. I'm 65, okay. I mean, 60, I'm far off. I've not done the route in a while, I'd say that's a pretty good assumption. No, it was going to be 60, but it was 65. Right, so that means we are not far from Kirkcaldy. There's like the factory there. I wonder what gets made there. Tea cakes? Tunnock's tea cakes? Probably not. And there's actually a big help on this route when it comes to playing Huddless, because you get the announcements. So when you're playing Huddless, you'll get the announcement go off, and then you'll know you're getting fairly close to the station. So if you're slightly unsure, it's like, oh, announcement, right, start slowing down. Although we should be coming up to it soon. Does the announcement play after this bridge? Pretty certain we're coming up to it. We are 3 coaches. Yeah. We will soon arrive at Kirkcaldy.
Arrive at Kirkcaldy. Don't forget to take your belongings with you before
Nice.
you leave the train.
So we are formed of 3 coaches, so we're looking out for the 3 coach stop marker. So I don't think it's too far up the platform on here, so I'm not going to come in too quick. As the brakes on this train, they're okay, but they're not like really amazing. There is their 3 coach stop marker. And also, since this route release, I've actually been on it in real life. Well, North Queens Ferry down to Edinburgh. Yeah, that'll do. Let's do neutral and do the doors left side door release, which the guard would do for us, but in the game you don't have that. On time as well. Bang on time that was, actually. Yeah, we've done alright so far. And next up is, what was it? Kinghorn. Yeah, which isn't too far. Right, let's start getting the doors shut now. You don't have to wait for the ring to go around completely. You just got to make sure the doors lock after it has gone round. Start with power 3. Let's watch it leaving from the outside. It's very noisy, being a turbo star. We need the Southern Turbo Star at 171. Superb, that would be. Yeah, that's very noisy. Enjoy. We're off. It's up to 75. Kinghorn Station. What's Kinghorn Station like? Kinghorn, is that the one which is sort of quite high up and then sort of the village is below? Possibly. Like a high up door-ish, but the opposite way around. The sort of town / houses are in front of the station. I think so. You got the football stadium here, which I can't remember the name of. Yeah, there's the football stadium, which football team plays at. Can't remember the name of. Probably Kirkcaldy Raiders or something like that. 75. So the views start to get quite nice as we sort of open up onto it's basically the top of the cliffs. And I think there's I'm getting a feeling there's a 50 or a 60 after the cliffs. I think there's a 4. I think is it 40 into Kinghorn. There you go. Put that down. Just coasting at the moment. You're going to get a very nice view in a minute out over the sea. Soon enough. Fairly soon. I can start to see the sea. There we go. But, yeah, sort of up top of the cliffs. The rocks. Cool. And 65. Which we're actually doing bang on 65 at the moment. It's come down just a smidge. I've been quite good with these speed limits. This is probably my preferable side of the loop, sort of. It's a bit more scenic. And down to 40. Fairly soon. That was it. 40 or 30?
Kinghorn. Don't forget to
yeah,
take
this
your
is
belongings
Kinghorn
with you
coming up.
before you leave the train.
There's step 2. 45. Is that not a 30? Yeah, sort of a high up station overlooking the village. Stop marker's right to the end of the platform here. And you've got the little train plant or flower bedders, which I can confirm are very much at ScotRail stations in real life. Oh, someone's on the track there within the 6 foot. Here we are, this is Kinghorn, left side door release. And again, we're bang on time. 29.5, yeah, 29.5. Nice station this one, sort of overlooking the little bay there, not really a bay, but beach. And next up after this is Burnt Island. Cool. Let's get those doors shut. Wait for the guard buzzer. There we go. Might be a little bit of a hill start here, so we'll do that. So that 30 miles an hour is coming up, which we had that warning board for. Yes, 1 Lima 24 this service is. Down the Scottish East Coast, down into the capital. Yeah, who's been on this train in real life? Have you been on this? Been on this before? Another Turbo Star of another TOC, train operating company. Right, 30 for us, and 20 if it was sort of freight or loco hauled. But the most significant thing on this route is the Forth Bridge, which is around, what, 20 minutes away? That's like the big, like, whoa. That's what we want to be seeing. And up to 65. Can get the window open as well, if you want a bit of extra audio. Get a fly-by shot. Do love a fly-by shot. Good horn on this. It's not bad for a Turbo Star. Not bad. Another nice part of the route as well. Nice, another little scenic bit. So yeah, really sort of following the water around. And Burnt Island is basically where that church is over there. We sort of come round and sort of through under something, then into the station, under the bridge, and into the station. Sounds very vague, doesn't it? Under the bridge and into the station, but that's just how I remember it. Follow the water around, swing under the bridge, and into the station. Lovely. And you probably can't hear too much at the moment in game. There isn't really much to hear in the game. It's relatively quiet from inside the cab. Yeah, coming up to Burnt Island. Not really the nicest name, is it? Burnt Island. I thought it was Burntisland first time I saw it, which I was thinking, oh, that sounds a bit more Scottish. Or a bit, yeah, Burntisland. But no, Burnt Island. I'm a Turbo Star, nice. There we go, look, following that under the bridge and into the station.
We'll soon arrive at Burnt Island.
50 miles per hour, which we're doing
Don't
bang on.
forget to take your belongings with you before you leave
Before
the train.
you leave the train. And here we are. the speed down even further. Cool. And then we've got Aberdour. And then after that we then sort of swing, not inland, but we then sort of, well, we still inland, sort of inland, sort of towards Inverkeithing, and then up over the Forth Bridge, which is always a sight to behold. Look at that, brilliant. There we are. Right, neutral, left side door release. Another service coming in. Was again bang on time. One up to Dundee. You can get some faster services. I think some skip out Aberdour, Dalgety Bay. I think some. Yeah, you can get faster services. But we're sort of not an all stop, but we are skipping out North Queensferry and South Gyle. Get the door shut. Now wait for the guard to do his thing. There you go, it sets forward. Use the hill start button on the PBC. And let's go. Nice. Yeah, it's a really nice cab though on this train. When I work with Electrostars, so the cab is, well, sort of the position of equipment and stuff is all very much in the same place. Like you've got your red flag detonators down there. You've got your track circuit operating clip, which is there next to the fire extinguisher. All the fuses over there. And your sort of TMS. Cool. Power up. Yeah, if you haven't made it this far in the video, thanks all for staying in. And again, thanks to Dovetail Games for giving us the opportunity again to come on and showcase another route, which hopefully will be on sale. Otherwise you probably won't be seeing this on the event. Yes, Aberdour was sort of the last one. We were sort of following the coast along. And then, yeah, we sort of tuck in a bit near Dalgety Bay, and then Inverkeithing, where we then join up with the loop, or the other side of the loop. Still very close to the water's edge. And imagine this on like a winter's storm day, or a stormy day in winter where you got the howling wind, the sea whipping up. Must be quite an experience coming along here. Sort of straight off what's like the North Sea. Right, we shouldn't be too far off Aberdour now. Hopefully we can still be bang on time. Hopefully. Shouldn't be too far off. So I was just trying to keep us at not top speed, but at manageable speed to keep us rolling, not slow but not fast. What's that? 55? 55. It is another station on the corner as well, on a right hand bend. we are. This is Aberdour we're coming into. Probably most likely about 30 seconds behind. Can't imagine we're on time now. We sort of dawdled along there a little bit.
Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train.
And here we are, Aberdour. Oh, hopefully. Yeah, I think we're coming up to it, hopefully. There we go, about time. And yeah, definitely running late now. So we sort of dilly-dallied on that bit. But here we are, nonetheless. And stopping up there. Sort of a rush hour train as well, 7:39 in the morning on a weekday. Probably would be quite a busy service. Sort of getting you into Edinburgh about 8 o'clock. Or just before it all starts going a bit chaotic. Perfect again. And do the doors. I know we are still on time, but we did probably lose about 20 seconds there. Come on, guard, hurry up. Get us out of here. I'm sure it's a really nice place, but we've got places to be. We've got to be in Edinburgh in 25 minutes now. Come on, ring. So slow going round. I'll start getting the door shut. Yeah, Dalgety Bay's next. Right, let's go. And there's a bit of a hill start here as well, I believe. So a little bit of oomph to begin with. There we go. We are off. Really give it some oomph to get going. But at some point on this route, as mentioned earlier, they are going to add Cameron Bridge and Leven. So that will spice up the service pattern a bit more. You know, sort of the things up to Markinch, Leven, Glenrothes. Even more variety. Good. Right, up to 75. Dalgety Bay is probably like the least interesting station on the route. It's like, just does it have to? Can we just skip through it and go to Inverkeithing? There's not really much around it either. Nice. Oh, DSD. Get a nice amount of speed on here as well. I might get a flyby. No, let's get a flyby strop. No harm in doing so, I suppose. There we go. Off the turbo start, whizzing by. Build that speed up quite a bit on this stretch to Dalgety Bay. Pretty much up to top speed. And then we sort of swing, yeah, we sort of do like a bit of a swivel and then it's Dalgety Bay. So a bit further up, yeah. As I remember, I always slow down too early for this one. Or did slow down too early for it. We sort of first learnt it. So we'll start coasting now. I'll probably end up slowing down too early for it again. Yeah, come on. Yeah, Dalgety Bay. So you sort of do the little swing and then here it is.
We'll soon arrive at
Dalgety Bay.
Dalgety Bay. Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you
Nice.
leave the train.
And then, yeah, Inverkeithing after this is where we join up with the other side of the loop, the western side. And yeah, North Queen's Ferry, and then we go up over the Forth Bridge, which is awesome. I don't think we're stopping at Dalgety either. Yeah, I think I forgot about that one. Yeah, we don't stop at Dalgety either. So we do get to skip a couple of stations now, which is nice. Don't mind an all stopper, but I'm sort of in the slightly faster mood today. Yeah, that'll do. Doesn't have to be perfect. Here we are, left side door release, and we are on time. We've still got like 20 seconds we lost from between Burnt Island and Aberdour. Yeah, Inverkeithing. Speed comes down to 30/40, maybe 40 coming into Inverkeithing. Certainly slows down. But yeah, hopefully it gives you a slightly more realistic way of seeing the game. And personally, this is the way I like to play on most new routes or new UK routes which come out nowadays, is with the HUD off. It just makes it much more sort of realistic and gets sort of the most out of the simulator. So yeah, you can play like this, you know, with all the bits and pieces on, but I don't like having that on. Let's get it off. There we go. See, look, much cleaner. It's just us, the train, and the route. So I find when I turn on the HUD, I then sort of just pay attention to the HUD. I'm sort of not really paying attention to the route as such, or at least not as much. I'm sort of looking up, you know, 500 yards, 400 yards, keep looking 300 yards, 200 yards, then finally look at the route, and then, yeah, I like to have it off. Yeah, so we swing round into Inverkeithing, and then we start the climb. The climb up to, up to the Forth Bridge. Speed does drop down. I think I can see the speed board coming up. Yep, so yeah, this is sort of the triangle. Or the upside down triangle.
We'll soon arrive.
And I'm pretty certain it slows down more than 50 as well.
Inverkeithing. Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train.
40, 30. So we'll start seeing more trains as well now. We'll get a bit busier. Yeah, 40. And there it is, that's the western side of the loop joining up, the sort of inland part. And this is Inverkeithing. Yes, you'll see the Glenrothes and also the Cowdenbeath services. Although they're the silliest of services, the Cowdenbeath ones. I mean, the way they work in real life. No sense to them. Basically, the train goes from Edinburgh to Cowdenbeath, and then runs as empties to Glenrothes with Thornton, and then goes back to Cowdenbeath and then starts the service again. It's like, well, just, what's the point? When there's a sort of a crossover at Cowdenbeath. Here we are, this is Inverkeithing, on time here. And yeah, after this we then run fast to Edinburgh Gateway. So yeah, skipping out North Queen's Ferry and Dalgety, and we can also get up to basically up to 90/100 miles an hour on this next section, or at least south of Dalgety. That's when we can get up to 100, or at least try. And also another thing coming to this route is the 158 at some point. Right, let's go. Out of Inverkeithing. It's quite nice. It's just like, we don't have to stop for a little while. 10 minutes without stopping. Yeah, Edinburgh Gateway is, well, that's our next stop, and that's basically, well, that's where you get off at the airport. I think you have to get a tram from there to the airport terminal. And you got the old sort of Rosyth branch going off there to the left. 65 for us. Well, I feel like it comes down to 40, but that might be going if you're going in the other direction. Well, it does come down to 50 when we go over the Forth Bridge. And that's a nice route, this one. It's a lot better than what it was at launch, because at launch it was a bit like, but there have been improvements to it now. It's not my favourite route. It's not my least favourite route. It sort of just sits in the middle for me. But I'm sort of in the mood for it, as you know, I've sort of been on it, or part of it now. Well, literally just North Queensferry to Waverly, which isn't really a big part of it, but you know, I've been on it. Sort of makes you want. I mean, you get that sort of with trains and wild routes. If it's your local route, or if you've been on it, you sort of get that connection to it. So it's quite fun. Sort of, I don't know. It sort of adds that extra level of enjoyment to the route. Sort of having that real life, real world connection to it. And obviously, then you can sort of be like, "Oh, that's quite good. Oh, that looks a bit. That looks right." You sort of compare it to the real thing. So we're really climbing up here. It's quite steep, really steep actually. Then we go through a little tunnel and then into North Queensferry, and straight after that we get the basically probably one of the biggest structures in Train Sim World, the Forth Bridge. What hang on, does it beat the Hellgate Bridge? Hellgate Bridge? Hell's Gate Bridge, the one on North East Corridor, New York. Oh, actually, I don't know actually. Does the Forth Bridge beat, yeah, the Hell's Gate Bridge? Surely. Superstructure is massive. So this is North Queensferry. Little toot at the horn as we're not stopping here. Number 170, there's the 50, and here it is, the 4. Just take it or drink it in. It is awesome. And in real life, I mean, the sound of the train crossing over this bridge, it sounds like a roll of thunder. It's really quite noisy, the train going over this from sort of ground level. It's just like, how on earth did they do this? It's like magic. Look at that. And they have 1890 or so, just this. It's like, what? Nowadays they'd probably be like, how do we do that? Probably take them 10 years or so. Well, maybe not 10 years, but yeah, I mean, mad how this was built back then. Random fact as well, the last time this bridge was painted was in 2002. So it probably needs a fresh coat of paint at some point. Because in real life it looks a bit more sort of orangey red. That's faded in the sun a bit. Still going. Still going. And yeah, then Dalgety, which you can alight for, well, South Queens Ferry. How high up we are as well. Also a UNESCO World Heritage Site as well, I believe, the Forth Bridges. So basically it means it's important. DSD. And we have Dalgety, and then we can speed back up. And quite a bit actually speeding up to. Yeah, 80 miles per hour. And up to 100 as well, a bit further along. Nice. So Edinburgh Gateway, Haymarket, and then Waverly. So we're almost at journey's end now. We sort of head, well, sort of sprint to the capital now. Sprint into the city. The quick part of the journey. And then relatively soon you will see the 100 board. That line goes off and joins up near Linlithgow on the Edinburgh-Glasgow, which is another route in the game, Edinburgh to Glasgow, sort of the main line. Which I'd say this is probably more interesting than that, but if you like your electric trains, then yeah, Edinburgh-Glasgow. But this route probably beats that. And there's the 100 board. It's quite hard to see, but it is there. It's the one underneath. Let's get another flyby shot. You really get your speed up though, and it's downhill, so it all goes hand in hand, having that sort of a 100 limit there. Let go. You got the airport coming up on the right. See the airport over there. Got the funky ATC tower. Also, the sounds of the train get a bit funky at this speed as well. We sound like we've turned into some sort of electric train now. Interesting. So we'll do that because we are not that far off Edinburgh Gateway now. We sort of swing round to the left and then it's Edinburgh Gateway. So probably best to start kicking the brakes on just a tiny bit. As we approach Edinburgh Gateway slash, well, basically Edinburgh Airport Parkway. And the speed starts coming down just up 90, so still pretty quick. And then there's a 75 near South Gyle. So yeah, it's pretty quick.
Edinburgh Gateway. Don't forget to take your belongings with you
when you leave the train. Yeah, Edinburgh Gateway. Can't wait to see the 158 on this route though, and well, the Leven branch. Both be nice additions to it. Spice up the variety a bit. As at the moment it sort of is mostly just the 170. Edinburgh Gateway. That should be on time as well. Yeah, I think we are on time. I think it was 58 past and it's 58 past. Oh, 59 past. Yeah, we are literally bang on time again. You have a service over here. First class there. What does the first class actually offer you? Slightly comfier, so maybe a bit reclined to it. Oh, I don't know actually. Doesn't look much comfier. Get the door shut. One thing I did find, because I went on the 158 ScotRail in real life, or ScotRail 158, they have really comfy trains. Quite cosy as well in the 158. There's something about it's quite sort of compact, like all the seats together and sort of the coach itself. It's quite a cosy train to go on. Yeah, I suppose it probably should be, as they go on hours long, 4 or 5 hour long journeys through the Highlands. Okay, 75 there. Off we go. Yes, we are skipping out of South Gyle. We don't need to stop there. Skipping it out. And yeah, Haymarket, which I suppose Haymarket, would Haymarket be sort of the equivalent of something like Vauxhall on the South West Main Line? Sort of a fairly important big stop before the biggie, before the really important stop. Yeah, Edinburgh Waverly would sort of be like the Waterloo, and then Haymarket would be like the Vauxhall for a London equivalent, or an East Coast Main Line equivalent. Vauxhall, no, Haymarket would be like Finsbury Park. Sort of the biggish station outside of the big main station. Cool. Put the blind down as well if you wanted to. Completely block your view. Hang on. There you go, let's get that up. So 75, I think it then goes back up to 90 once we sort of get round the corner and join back up with the main line, and then it will come down to 50 near the Murrayfield Stadium, which quite recently held, was it the Taylor Swift concerts, and which is another fact, apparently that caused quite a lot of seismic activity, the amount of people there. There's the main line. You've got some OHLE, overhead line equipment, or basically just electric. Or at least on that side. And you've got the tram lines on the right as well. The Edinburgh trams, which then cross over us. So once we see the Murrayfield Stadium, we'll start slowing down to 50. And then basically on entry into Haymarket it's then 35. Not really many speed changes now. 50, 35, 20. And then sort of rule of thumb, 15 coming into the platform. Right, we'll start coming down for 50. There's the Murrayfield Stadium, which I think is the home of Scottish rugby. There we go. You've got Haymarket Depot. The 50 starts pretty soon. And yeah, then 35 coming into the platform. So once we pass the 50, we'll put it in step 1, and that should bring us down quite nicely for the 35. Which, I mean, literally just things I remember. I haven't got like a a graph somewhere being that old 35 Haymarket. Just remember it.
We'll soon arrive at.
But then it, you know, Haymarket is on
Don't
both
forget
Edinburgh,
to
Glasgow
take your
and Fife
belongings with
Circle.
you before you leave
Well, the
the
speed limit's
train.
different though on that side. I think it's 40 or so, it's a bit quicker. There's a 385, which is from the Edinburgh Glasgow route. Maybe that's getting shown off in the sale, maybe. And the S-car stock market is at the end of the canopy. Just about see it hanging down. That'll do. Left side door release. We haven't actually got a photo yet. Need to get a photo. We'll get it sort of on the next stretch. Should have got it on the Forth Bridge. Oh well. Scotland's Railway. Lovely ScotRail. It's a tyre livery, I think it's called. Here goes the 385. Which again, another Scottish tram we're getting soon is the 380. Which is and that's sort of a slightly older one. Well, 2010 I think, 2010, 2011. But older than the 385. And let's go. So up to 35 and then down to 20. Oh. No, there goes the 385. It makes that little before it goes. Nice. So yeah, 35 and 20 starts. That's sort of there is actually no board for the 20, but I believe in the game it starts where basically the signal gantry is. So along we go. Just going at 30, there is 35, but I mean, hardly any difference. Come on, tunnel, end. A never-ending tunnel. Just coasting. Right, now I'm going to start coming down to the 20, which sort of starts where the signal gantry is. But there is no sort of board for it. Right, let's try and get a little photo here. Oh yeah, on the approach into Edinburgh Waverly. Oh yeah, let's do that. Cool. So we had a, was that position 4 junction indicator? So across we go. They got the National Gallery up there.
We'll soon arrive at Edinburgh Waverly.
I found it quite funny because I sort of knew my way around Edinburgh. So when we first got there, I was like, oh, I know where I'm going, because I'd played Forza Horizon 4, which basically has a 1-to-1 scale, at least of central Edinburgh, sort of. So it's quite easy to sort of navigate around it, but oh yeah, I know what that is, I know what that is, I know what that is. So it's quite cool. And yeah, generally you want to be on sort of 15 miles per hour. as it is a termini with buffers at the end as well. Yeah, this is Edinburgh Waverly. Right down to the buffers, which is a pretty cool station in real life. I mean, it's like a hub. You can go everywhere. Down to, I think, yeah, the West Country, Manchester, London, all over Scotland. Don't want to stop too short, but don't want to eat the buffer. Here we are. Brake step 3, neutral, right side door release. We'll set you to tails. Set you to off. DRA goes on. Cool. Well, that is going to be it for my slot here on the summer sale event. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. I suppose you could also change the destination there as well. I think we have to lock the doors as well, so we'll do that. Yeah, lock doors. Lock doors, there. There we go. Cool. And that was literally a perfect run, no speeding at all. That generally was perfect, platinum medal as well. But yeah, that's it for me. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. We end here, yeah, at Edinburgh Waverly station, which really is quite something. I wonder if there's an Azuma here. Let's have a quick look. Always nice to see. No, not at the moment. No services to London. But yeah, thanks to Dovetail for giving us the opportunity to come back on. Much appreciated. I've been the British Ace, which if you don't know me, make content, trains, buses basically being the main thing. Sometimes trucks and very occasionally planes, or at least will be when the new flight sim comes out. And yeah, I work on the railway as a train dispatcher in the south of England. There you go. That's about me, and that is it. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.